I just wanted to take a quick moment today and express my frustration with something. Earlier last week, I made profiles for all of my router bits from the Tool Shop 12-piece router bit set I grabbed for $20. Now, I'm new to the world of using a router for my art, but it's one of the top 5 investments I have made for Schaedings. First off, please understand my not-so-great routing skills. Using inadequately sized, practice wood, cheaper bits, and my first time using the router ended up with some not-so-great results. But I hope you can learn from my mistakes. As always, this video is a shortened version of the correlating blog post. Check the description for the link. As you may be aware, I have been using my Dremel for everything. It is truly a magical tool in my toy box, but when I decided I wanted to do some deeper and bigger art, I felt like the Dremel was struggling a bit. I know they aren't crazy expensive, but to the extent I'm using it, I don't want to have to buy 50 Dremel tools in my lifetime all because I'm overusing it. So my consultant convinced me to invest in a router. I really needed the extra power that comes in a router. Using my Dremel for my deep routing is like trying to use a disposable camera to photograph a wedding. It's just not the best tool to get the job done. I decided to create some profile blocks for each bit. I initially got the router for the straight bits. I honestly wasn't all that interested in the edging bits. However, I was in awe at how simple it was to create those beautiful designs that you see on picture frames and on cabinetry. I purchased the Tool Shop 12-piece router bit set for $20, so I know these won't last long. I wanted to play around first and then put my money in what I knew I'd be using. I understood that each bit was unique, and that was why I wanted to create individual blocks with the profile of each bit. I wanted to know exactly what it looked like before knowing that was the bit I wanted to use for my art. So, when I cut the blocks, I didn't want them to be super big or too small. I cut the blocks to be about 5 inches long. I don't have a routing table, right? Just the router and clamps. But the blocks were just small enough that I couldn't clamp the corner and still have the room I needed to maneuver the router around the edge. You can probably tell in this video that I was getting frustrated. Creating these profiles were supposed to be a simple, easy, quick little event that ended up taking twice as long as I expected. When I used the router bits that first day on that single scrap piece of wood, it was like a dream. So easy and fluid and fun. But these profiles, man, if I have any advice, it's to make bigger blocks. If you don't have a table router especially. Take into consideration the need to have space for your router base and your clamps. I'm not the sort to give up easily though, and that worked to my advantage when creating these router bit profiles. They all look beautiful and it has already helped me with my design process. I can look at the blocks and choose what edging I think would look best. It's much easier to design around if you already know how the edge will look. Every time I invest in a new router bit, it will get its own profile block. As always, I hope your week was incredible and you consider making profile blocks for your own router bit sets. Hopefully this quick demonstration of the Tool Shop 12-piece router bit set helps you decide whether it's for you or not. Let me know what size you think is best for creating a profile block. Again, the full blog post is in the description. Make sure to subscribe to our blog and YouTube channel for more Schaedings content.